Did you know that until the year 1983, for 42 years, the only headlights allowed on vehicles on the road were sealed beam? Do you even know what a sealed beam headlight is? It's a fully enclosed one-piece glass headlight housing. And in this video, I'm going to explain how we got from a sealed beam headlight to a modern headlight like this one. As you probably know, originally automobiles came with lantern type headlights until the invention of the sealed beam halogen headlight housing. Now, a sealed beam halogen is called a sealed beam because it's completely sealed. As you can see on the back side, we have 3 contacts coming out. This is what would in the future turn into the basis of the contacts for the new headlight bulbs that are common in today's vehicles. And those 3 contacts are embedded into the glass back of this headlight housing, and they connect to the filament on the inside of the headlight. As you can see, the whole thing is glass. If you tossed it on the ground, it would just shatter. It's not serviceable, it's only replaceable. Now, with today's modern headlights, called composite headlights, you can take the light bulb out and just change the light bulb. On the old style sealed beam, you had to throw the old one in the garbage and completely install a new one. Now, the sealed beam headlights came in 4 different sizes. What I'm holding right here is commonly referred to as the 5x7. Now, it also has a nickname called 7x6. That's because it's neither exactly 5 inches by 7 inches or 6 inches by 7 inches. It's roughly that shape, and instead of saying 5 3/4 inch by 6 5/8 inch, we just give it a name that's easier to remember, like 5x7. It's an approximation. Now, the most common name for this headlight, the technical part number, is H6054. Then the smaller version, 4x6, is used as either a low beam, a high beam, or a dual beam that does both. And they call these H4656, or there's a couple other names. You've also got the H5006 for a smaller headlight housing, or the H2054 like this new style 7-inch round headlight. So you could get a sealed beam in 4 different headlight housings. Today, when's the last time you saw a couple vehicles with the same headlight? That's not the case. In today's modern world, each new vehicle has its own specially designed headlight housing. They are not interchangeable like they were up until the year 1983. Now, at that point, it opened up the possibility for auto manufacturers to come up with a new style of headlight. So based on the style that they were familiar with, they came up with designs similar to this. It kind of looks like a sealed beam headlight. It has all of the same fluting design. It's mostly square. It's pretty boring looking, very functional, very much similar to the old sealed beam model. The big difference is this is a composite headlight. It's a composite because the light bulb and the housing are not one sealed unit. This headlight housing is composed of more than one part. You have the now plastic housing and a replaceable light bulb on the back. This is the big thing that took automotive lighting one step into the future. If you tried to take the light bulb out of the old sealed beam, you'd have no way to do it. It's all one piece. Now, as technology progressed and so did style, we move into more of this customized molded plastic design where instead of having one light bulb, like the first composite headlights, or one light bulb like the original sealed beams, now some models even have 2 light bulbs. So it's a composite headlight where you have a housing and 2 individual light bulbs. For example, on this Toyota Tundra, we have a spot for the high beam light bulb, and it's completely replaceable, and a spot for the low beam light bulb. They're even different light bulb types, but it's still a composite headlight. There are even some headlights that are like a projector style headlight, but that's a discussion for another video. This is still a composite headlight. It just uses a different type of optical system. Now, like I said, there's 4 different types of seal beam headlights. You have a large and a small rectangular housing, and a large and a small round housing. Now, because there are so many vehicles that still use seal beam headlights on the road today, either from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, or a lot of commercial and industrial vehicles still use seal beam type technology, out came aftermarket options. So now you can get a headlight that looks and is the same shape as a sealed beam, but it's a composite. That means you can take out your old glass sealed beam headlight and replace it with a new one with a replaceable light bulb. And so now common practice is to take out your halogen light bulb and do a high intensity discharge light or an LED light bulb instead. If you want more information on brighter light bulbs, check out our other videos. So you can do a 6-inch round composite headlight to replace your 6-inch round seal beam headlight, 7-inch round, 4x6, and even the larger 5x7 styles. The way that the whole story goes is we start with sealed beam, and then we get to the first composite that kind of looks like a sealed beam, but it's actually a plastic molded piece for a very specific vehicle. After that, the aftermarket came out with sealed beam replacements using composite technology. The industry has largely now moved to LED technology because they're insanely bright and they can make the headlights look a certain way. So you get a lot more style options than you used to have. So the funny thing is, with these new desirable LED headlights, there's nothing to replace. It is technically not even a composite headlight anymore. So in a way, we've gone backwards while moving forwards with technology. You can take out your old sealed beam headlights and replace them with new halogen composite technology or new all-in-one sealed LED technology. You can get an LED headlight or a composite headlight to replace any old sealed beam housing. For more information on what's available for your sealed beam headlights, check out the link in the description below the video. You can also go to headlightrevolution.com and search for sealed beam headlights.